All right, Coach, man, it's always good to see you. It's definitely good to see you coming off a 56-19 victory last week over Weaver. And, Coach, you knew they had guys going into the game, but you also knew you guys had to execute. But obviously you did do both of those. 56-19, that was a big win right there, Coach.
Yeah, it was. Weaver's got some athletes. They've always got some good athletes. And the little quarterback they got is a good player. And, we knew we had to be able to contain him. I will say that, they helped us a little bit with some turnovers, but our defense flew around. They did a great job and got after it in the first half and, created I think we had 2 fumble recoveries. We had a block punt for a touchdown. So we had some good special teams plays. And then, offense, when we got the ball, I don't think we didn't have very many yards in the first half because we started on the plus territory a lot. But every time we got the ball in offense first half, we punched it in and did what we were supposed to do. And we were able to run the football really well, and then we were able to mix in some passes and got a lot of guys some touches. So that was good. I think on every receiver, the starting receiver got a touch. We got a few guys that had 2 touchdowns. So we had a few guys rushing touchdowns, and so we had a lot of guys that got to touch the football the other night. And then we got some young guys in that they got some experience. So, but Weaver, it just wasn't their night, and they're a good football team, and be looking out for them for the next few games.
Yeah, they've been going through some stuff over there, so it's good to see them actually back out. That's probably the best thing for people when they're going through stuff is to get out there and play.
Absolutely,
and get your mind off things.
Yeah, and whatever's going on, but Michael Sperling over there did a good job. He on short notice stepping in as the interim coach, and Colby Brandon and all those guys over there, they did a good job. And like I said, I think our defense got after it a little bit and was very physical. We were able to be the more physical team, and offensively we were physical, and we were able to run the ball right at them, and then that brought those guys up, and they played some man, and we were able to throw it over the top. So just a good homecoming win as well. We had a lot of people. We got to honor the 1979 team, the 1993, and the 2014 team. So all really good teams, really good coaches.
Awesome.
And so it was just a good night overall, and then the homecoming queen gets crowned, and
that's good.
It was a good night.
Coach, this week, you're sitting here, you got Sachs coming up, but I'm sitting here looking at your region. Coach, you're sitting here at 3-1 in your region, and, I mean, with this region, even in your wildest imagination, would you have thought, hey, man, we're going to be sitting here at 3-1 at this point in the season in region play?
Yeah.
You would have took that all day, every day.
Absolutely. Going in, I knew that, like I said, we talked about it in the summer. The way we worked and all that, we knew we could be a good football team, and it was really just the mentality. It was if our mentality was going to change, and I think the guys have done a good job. And now that we've rattled off some wins, that always helps your mentality. And they locked in. I don't think film went the way that they thought it was going to go this week. And we talked about that. We kind of pulled I told you I studied Nick Saban a lot, and we talked as the coaches, and we don't want a letdown week, and we want to come in here every week to get better each and every week. So I think they thought we were going to come in here and sing their praises because of the way the game went. But we told them, you get to be a good football team, we got to get better each week. So Coach
Nick's at Pleasant Valley. I'm sure you
yes,
probably
sir.
buddies with him.
Great coach.
He said something this week that was incredible, and I never even looked at it this way. He said a lot of times in a win, it's a false sense of reality. He said, let me give you an example. Maybe you slack on cleaning up the little things that you did because we got to win.
Absolutely.
He said, when you go back and watch film, it ain't going to lie to you. He said, if you tell your kid to go clean their room and they go take everything, they throw it in the closet.
They ain't clean their room.
When you walk in the room, it looks good on the surface. Yeah. Well, we still got a problem here.
Yeah, and that's what we told them. We got the next game, and the next one's a region game, and the next one could if the math is right, could put us in a spot to be locked in the playoffs. So that's what we told them, and that's what we told them. It's been 10 years since that's happened, so that should be enough motivation to get you going. We've done some good on good at practice again, and we got after it, and we've tackled, and me and Coach Terry talked, and the defensive staff have done a phenomenal job, but we wanted want them to be more physical. And as they're already really physical right now, we want them to be more physical. So we lined it up, went some good plays, good on good. We had some guys talking trash back and forth, and it was just a good environment yesterday at practice getting ready for sacks.
That's good, no doubt. And when you talk about sacks, unfortunately they've kind of fallen on hard times recently, but one thing Sachs has never lacked is good football players.
Absolutely.
Maybe not getting them together so much right now for whatever reason, and who knows. But they've always had good football players, and they've always had a rich tradition over there. And I don't have to tell you that. You competed against them.
Absolutely.
And now you're being able to coach against them. But talk about Sachs a little bit for people who haven't seen them.
Well, they're young, and they've got some 8th graders and some 9th graders playing that are going to be really good players for them. And Coach Felder over there, me and him have talked a lot, and he's been a mentor to me. He has a lot of success when he was at Donahoe. And we've talked, and he's just that old school kind of coach, and he expects you to have a high standard, and that's what I think he's going to bring. I have a lot of respect for that guy, and the way that he has kind of called and mentored me at the beginning of the season. He's been a blessing to be able to talk to as a veteran coach, but they're a young team, and he's going to have them ready to play, and he said it in his interview at the beginning of the season. I want guys that want to play for Sachs, and so however many he's got out there, they're going to play hard for Sachs. And that's what, these guys got to understand. They got some dudes that can make some plays. They're just young, but it don't matter if you're young. We got young guys making plays out there. So we got to go in there and be more physical, and we got to wrap up and get them on the ground. And then offensively, we got to be able to punch it in, and we got to be able to take advantage of special teams. And I think we've done a really good job of that this year so far.
We was doing Coach Routen's show this morning, and he talked about, he's like, people don't underestimate certain teams because what they've been doing lately, but those teams have guys. He said, if you don't believe me and you want to take a week off in their region, he said, Brewer beat Scottsboro last week.
Yeah.
Now, who's going to bet on that?
Yeah.
He said, but you know what? They got 2 or 3 guys, and them guys went crazy.
Yeah, and that's what we got to limit their big plays, and we got to get them on the
guys
ground.
In the locker room that game in particular.
Absolutely. And then the other day, they had a punt. Punter just took off running and almost got the first down, and it was like 3rd and forever. And so they got some athletes that we got to make sure we get them on the ground, and they're going to play hard. And so, like I said, Coach does a good job. He's a veteran coach, so give him some time over there, and I think it'll be good. But really excited for the opportunity for these guys to get to go out there and get another region win, and hopefully be 5-2, and looking forward to what happens after that.
Technically, if you win this week, you do sew up a playoff berth. Correct?
I believe so. If the math is right, I believe that we would.
What a blessing that'd be.
That would be awesome. And
then you worry about seeding and things like that after.
Yes, sir. So we're looking forward to that, and we'll see what happens. But we're going to have youth football night, so I've been trying to do a lot of different things, and youth football night will be Friday nights. We'll honor all our youth football teams and coaches and cheerleaders and all that stuff. So it'll be another fun night, and then hopefully we'll want to know at the end of the night.
That's good, Coach. And before I shut it down, I always like to kick it back to you for final thoughts.
Just proud of our guys. Like I said, we had a lot of guys that touched the football the other night, made some plays. We had a few guys with multiple touchdowns. We had guys that were blocking. That's what I'm really most proud of right now is how we're blocking for each other, especially the running backs blocking for the other running back. Our receivers are blocking good. Our O-line is getting after it. Defensively, everybody's getting after the football. They're getting to the football, so I'm proud of that. And then special teams, we're able to make some big plays in special teams to help us. So hopefully that we'll continue that, and I'm just proud of the guys and the way they've been playing.
Coach, appreciate you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Coach, how are you doing today, first of all?
Doing well. Finished up area play or regular season play last night, so with a couple wins, so we're having a good day.
You had Evelyn cross over the 1,000 kills mark.
She got 1,000 kills on Monday night when we played Ohatchee.
That's good.
And then she just tacked on to that last night, and she'll continue to tack on. That girl's gonna find a way to put the ball down.
Yeah, no, she's a really good player. I've got to see her come up through the ranks, and comes from a good family.
Oh, for sure, yeah. The Noaks are good people, and man, watching her brother on Friday night. During homecoming last week, we played some games inside, and he was playing basketball, and I said, man, your basketball game has just improved from what you were playing out here on Friday night.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're great people.
Yeah.
And the little sister and little brother, they are great people.
They're Brewers fans, so that's positive with me. So.
Oh, you like that? Huh? I'm a big Cardinals fan now.
Are you?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm a Brewer, 100%.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're going to have to go at each other.
That's
But right
right.
now we don't. We've got to worry about the Cubs. But neither one of us like them.
This is absolutely true.
They sandwich the two programs. But anyway, Coach, just kind of catch us up to speed from the last time we got to talk till now and what all's transpired.
So last week, I didn't get to come down, but we played Gaston City and Etowah, and then Westbrook, and then played county tournament on the weekend, and then this week we've played Ohatchee, and then we played Sand Rock and Spring Garden last night. All had some great games and had some crazy games, and our area play finished up and with Ohatchee beating Westbrook last night, and it's been one of those.
Beat Westbrook
last night. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
It's been one of those seasons where our part of the region is very tough, very competitive, and even we were calculating points the other night. The games have been 2 and 3 point matches to finish it out, and it's been slugfest, all 5 sets or maybe 4 sets, but it's been a fight to the finish, and it'll shake out interesting come next Thursday.
How is that looking? Like, I mean,
So with Ohatchee beating Westbrook, that means they secured number 1 spot. Westbrook is number 2, and we're number 3, and Piedmont's number 4. And then you get into the cross area, and it's just not as strong as what we have over here. But that's what it was last year too. So.
Yeah, because I mean, golly, I mean.
That's why a lot of people would like to go to the region play. We talked about this before.
Yeah.
You got slugfest in the area, and you get up to the first day of regionals, and it's not as competitive. And so people have talked about that, and I don't know how that'll shake out in the end, but
it's very interesting. It's very interesting because
to try to do the football model of region play.
And the state of Georgia, they just upped that. Did you see how they just did in
I
football?
didn't. I haven't seen that yet.
Yeah, they're going to take the top 32 teams and 32 plays 1 and work their way down.
Now, Louisiana does that as well, and that'll be interesting.
Yeah, because that would change everything.
Playoffs, it would.
But like you said, some of these, you may have 25-minute match, 30-minute match.
Yeah, and then an hour and 45-minute match.
Yeah.
Every single one of our area play has been an hour and 45 minutes games. We have 2 and 3 hour practices, but it's not like playing a 2-hour match.
Well, at least it's cooled off a little bit now.
True.
That helps.
That's true.
But when you do go into like some serious, start going deeper into these playoffs, that's when it's going to pay off.
Yes, right. Yes. Whoever comes out on top, whichever one of the 3-4 teams come out on top 2, they'll go far, just like Ohatchee did last year. They won it all in our area last year, and they made it to the semifinal round. And it's because it's good. They've got to attribute something to playing good competition along the way. I think so. I've always been a firm believer in that.
Ain't no doubt. It's very competitive.
And in the 30, let's see, how many matches have we played? 35, 37 matches, something like that. 38, I'm not sure. There's not been too many that they've not had state titles in their program, or they weren't at regional. They've always been at regionals. There's not too many teams like that we play throughout the season that they weren't somewhere and doing something. So
that's crazy.
That's good.
Yeah, man. I don't know, man. Like you see this sometimes in football and region play, where like one region is just super stacked.
Oh yeah, I feel like this region in football. When my kids were coming up, my oldest was a part of that 2014 team here that went so far.
Yeah.
And I feel like we had the state tournament
when Lee
game.
was here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like we had the state tournament game championship game against Madison Academy that night on the field. It was that type of atmosphere, and then they went to the next round, and it was a cakewalk for them. So
don't you? I mean, no disrespect nobody across the state, but don't you feel like that would be?
Oh yeah.
I mean,
that's for sure.
Like I say, no disrespect.
No.
But yeah, I mean that's tough. That's a meat grinder you guys are in.
It is. It's good, but it pays off. You build great programs that way by always playing great competition, and my little JV team won the county tournament this week, and my 7th and 8th grade have always done really well in that, and so that just shows that we play good competition, you play tough things, and you learn to play the game.
Yeah.
You learn, the other day I took a volleyball out and I set it beside the line, and we talked about the fact that perspective of that ball, some people say it's in, some people say it's out, but we just have to play through whatever it is.
Yeah.
And that's just, that's what you want to look at.
That's
throughout
right.
In or out, doesn't matter, just keep playing through it.
And this whole county has gotten really solid and better.
Oh, yeah.
Because I watched West End last night beat Asheville. It was Asheville 40-5 or something.
Yeah, they're crazy.
West End beat them in a set last night.
Yeah.
And in the next set, it was nip and tuck when I had to leave.
Yeah.
I think it was 15-17. I'm like,
wow, that's awesome.
well, come on now. You know what I mean? This county's gotten better. Talk about that for a second.
Oh, for sure. We played Asheville last week over at Westbrook, and we had played an hour and 48 minutes against Westbrook, and then
Jeez.
you know what's coming next is Asheville, who are 40-4.
Yeah, 40-4.
40-4 when we played them that night. And Daniel, my husband, assistant coach, he says, "Well, all right, babe, they've only dropped four matches." And I said, "What?" I don't look at opponents. He goes, "Yeah, so girls, y'all better get ready. You just had a slugfest, but they're no slackers right here."
That's right.
And we were able to walk away with a win that night, and that felt good because you knew that's a great program over there.
Yeah.
And they played some great matches, and so but then you get to county tournament that's the Saturday, and Southside always a dominant force. Hokes Bluff always has some great teams and they've gotten so much better as the years gone on.
They have.
West End, Bethany's doing some great things over there at West End. And Sardis, man, that Veda,
got some talent.
man, they got some. Yeah, I saw where she had an offer from Gadsden State.
She got Bevel too.
And Bevel, yeah. Mm-hmm. So she's just something to really watch and enjoy. And then Gaston, you get Gaston in the mix, and Destiny's doing great things over there, and she'll go steal a set from somebody along the way, and you look around, and I think you can attribute that to the facilities that not just that we have here on our counties and our campuses, but you've got Champions just up the road, you got Supreme Court just up the road, and the development of Gadsden Volleyball Club and those things for club play and the ability to play around, I think it helps to see. And then state titles from Alexandria and different places and those neighboring counties just around us, it makes you want to be better.
Pleasant Valley,
Sand Rock, Plainview, all of that
Spring
up here.
Garden.
Yeah, it's just going to make you better because you want to go play those people.
Well, you have played those people.
Yes, we have played them.
Yeah, you've played these guys that's won the state.
We get to play them, and Spring Garden may be down right now, but they're still going to go just as far as they want to in when they play.
That's right.
But normally they walk our dog every time they come over here, and so that's fun to get in and to mix it up with people like that.
That's what I mean. And then hey, they may be down a little bit, but you played them when they had Ace and
Maggie when they walked our dog.
Chloe and
For
but
sure.
Still,
that's what builds the program and makes you better.
And you also kind of earn that right to give them a little bit of the dog walking.
Yeah.
That's part of it too.
A little bit. That's part of it.
But
as Rat and I shake hands at the net.
Yeah.
That's what you talk about.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, you got to get this, or you got that, or I hope somebody's looking at her. And that's nice to hear and affirming to the girls to know that, he's got enough rings to wear on several hands.
Right.
And it's nice to hear that from that compliment of, and that's what bolsters a better program.
That's right.
Is coaches that can feed into it. Coach Clark over at Gadsden State, he'll come in and he'll talk to them and see, and they know that what he tells them, they're not just hearing it from me.
Right.
And so that's what helps build them and build their confidence and build the program.
I'm actually going to go shoot Gadsden State here today at 4:30. I think they play at 5, but I'm going to go shoot them. So I'm interested. I mean, there's enough. You ain't got to go travel far to get good girls.
Oh, no. And David walked in, he hadn't recruited anybody just yet for his program, but to watch them, their first match versus Wallace to their next match against Wallace, and to see what they've done and to see what games they play. He's done a lot of great things over there with them this year. And it's local talent, so it's really great to watch.
You ain't got to go far.
Nah.
No. And then, the Montiano camp up there at Supreme.
Man, we love Mike.
Think about that.
We have
Ain't
gone.
that the nation's largest volleyball camp?
Oh, it is, and we have gone. He's come down here for years. Cherokee County started bringing him down here years and years and years ago, and it's opened up to being at the
That's
spring.
another
court.
really good team.
Oh goodness, yes, they're good. They bring in teams. I mean, he'll have 2 weeks of JV and varsity camps, and there will be just 30 schools represented there. And just the things that he teaches, we have his whole drill packet, and we run his whole drill packet every practice. And
That's awesome.
And Randy Garner that runs the club up there at Spring now, he'll call, hey, what you doing? Oh, I'm just running this drill of yours or that drill of yours. And he's like, see, that's why you got to come and do this.
That's it.
Stuff. Yeah.
No, and to have that, this close.
Oh, it's such a
And then
blessing.
what Hal does at Champions.
Oh yeah.
It's incredible. It's changing.
It is, it's
getting
definitely.
bigger.
When I started coaching volleyball in 2014 over at Westbrook, we weren't a part of any of those things, and not because I didn't want to be. I didn't know about them.
Right.
And I don't know if they existed as much as they do now.
Yeah, I don't think they do.
10 years later, 12 years later, it's just boomed that much, and it's grown so. And the kids are the benefit of it.
And we're trying to up our coverage as much as possible, and I think it's helping us.
Oh, for sure.
Because they need to be spotlighted, and it's helping us grow by spotlighting them.
Oh,
So
yeah.
It's helping us. Coach, I appreciate you guys, and before I get out of here, I always like to kick it back to you for final thoughts.
Well, we got what's coming up next. We host a tournament here this weekend to prepare for area play coming up on Thursday.
Jacksonville's coming here
Yes.
Saturday.
Yeah.
Who all be here?
You'll put me on the spot. Hokes Bluff, Jacksonville, Sand Rock, Pleasant Valley, us.
That gum. Jacksonville's got some players.
Etowah. Yeah, I enjoy playing. I like playing.
Etowah's got some players.
Yeah. So it's gonna be good. We got 10 teams coming, including us. So it'll be a good little tournament. We'll start at 8 o'clock. We'll play
8 a.m.?
championship. Yeah, championship.
Got us do
at
like
5.
pool play and then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll play in our 3 courts right there, our old gym and our new gym.
Okay.
So it'll be a good day, big fun day of volleyball.
We'll make
They've
sure
got
to get
some
somebody
community
over here.
thing going on. So they'll have some fun
Like a
stuff.
harvest festival or something.
Some kind of little kids touch the truck, kind of like emergency vehicle kind of thing. I don't know
gotcha.
for sure, but anyway. So that'll be a fun community thing there, and then we'll be playing ball here and ramping up for area play coming up on Thursday. I was looking at stats last night since Evelyn passed her 1,000th kill, and Evelyn has played 3 seasons for me. I don't know what her stats were from Etowah, so she probably has 1,500 kills. I don't know. But, and then Mia's got 700 kills, and Katie's got 200 kills, and Ashlyn's got 400 kills. Just looking at the way that the girls spread the ball around and finish the game and know that everybody gets a touch on the ball. And that's what it takes.
Exactly.
Fly around and have a good time and leave it all out there.
That's right.
And that's what I want for my girls.
That's right. Hey, look, I hate to bring the Brewers into this, but I am. That's what they call us the average Joe. You don't know who to prepare for.
You don't. Yeah.
They got guys, everybody chips in a little bit.
Everybody chips in a
everybody's
little
like,
bit.
man,
You
they're
never
like-
know which side they're coming
They're
from.
like, the best way they describe them is like 9 or 8 gnats at a picnic, or 9 gnats at a picnic, they say.
Yeah.
Because you don't know.
You don't know who's
Every
coming
night it
at you.
changes.
And whoever's hot,
Yeah,
feed them.
That's right.
Our phrase is they're hungry, let them eat.
Yeah, let them eat. Turn them loose. Coach, I appreciate you sitting in with us. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Bo.